So we're back for the finalised tips and predictions for the week. One day before kickoff for the Thursday night game. So we jump straight in. We got Rabbitohs tipped by 14 points over Raiders. Just because I think Raiders have the chance to lose by 20 or maybe 10 if they pull it together this week. So I've just gone a bit in between. But I think I'll just try to tip off what I think could possibly happen on the margin. I think it's going to be either 18 or a 12 win from Rabbitohs, excuse me. Or it could possibly end up being like a 30. You know, we'll change this margin to a 16-point win. I think there's a chance it could be like a 20 plus. So move on to Melbourne versus Sharks. Obviously, I've talked up Melbourne a lot, and it's an obvious team. I'm pretty certain that they'll win this game. You shouldn't have to be worried there. Move on to Brisbane versus Titans. So we've got Titans tipped here. I think that's a pretty safe option there. Titans have been playing pretty well, and I think they can only go up from here. Start of the season hasn't been as strong as we thought, but I think it's definitely going to be pretty good from now on. Just Brisbane. They're just obviously how Brisbane have been going. They've changed up their team again, bringing Milford back in and so on. You can go back to the NRL News video to see the changes in that. Titans tip there. I think that's pretty safe. Now, Panthers versus Manly. I don't know what's going to happen in this game. Manly have been really good with Tommy Turbo. Like, as much it sounds crazy, I think there's a chance that Manly could even win. Like, honestly, like Manly have been really good. Like with Tommy Turbo back, they've had 2 floggings. Like they've just absolutely flogged the last 2 teams. But that's a slight chance. Like I think it's pretty. It's not 93% 7. I don't think. I think it's maybe like 87-13. But yeah, it's just it's still obviously going to tip Panthers. Like they're the best team in the comp, and they probably I'd say they will end up winning by a fair bit. Bulldogs versus Eels. Obviously Eels is going to be tipped there. Obviously second on the ladder so far. I don't know how they're still second, to be honest. They've been winning games, but they just haven't looked strong like as a team. Bulldogs obviously bottom of the ladder. You just can't tip them. They're just not a good side this year. Haven't improved at all. And yeah. Roosters versus Knights. I think it's obvious that Roosters are going to be tipped there. They're just a top 8 side again, top 6 I'd say this year again. Knights, even with Ponga back, they're just not as good, are they? They're a 8 to 12 place side, I think, 8 to 11 place side, if you're being generous. Definitely think Roosters are going to win that game unless Knights, as they have done in the past, just come out of nowhere and have a really good game with strong attack and defence and could pull through. Warriors versus Cowboys. I think the percentages is really pretty fair on this, 75% to 25%. Obviously, Cowboys Tamalolo back will gain a lot of metres for them down the middle. Warriors do have Tohu Harris back, who also so the 2 locks returning this week after a concussion and broken hand. Broken hand being Tamalolo and Harris being concussion. But yeah, I think it's safe to tip Warriors here. Like I just can't see Cowboys beating Warriors. Warriors looked pretty strong to start off with. Not the strongest, but they've looked good, better than the Cowboys, let's say. As much as I hate tipping against Cowboys, like they are the team I go for in this competition. If you're gonna get the tips right, you kind of have to in this circumstance. Because Dragons Tigers, safe to tip Dragons there. Tigers are bottom of the ladder team at the moment, 14th. They're a 13th to 16th team, I think, this year. And I think Dragons are possibly with Ben Hunt back, they're going to be even stronger. I think they're a 5 to 8 team this year. By the end of the year, they'll be somewhere between 5 and 8. Maybe with a slight chance they'll end up just outside it and finish at 9. This is the last game for this week, but yeah, I think it's pretty safe to tip Dragons there. You shouldn't be worried about Tigers winning. They're just after losing Harry Grant after last year, they haven't looked as strong. And yeah, that's it for this one, guys. I hope you have a pretty good week in the way of tips. And let's hope for a good game tomorrow night with Raiders versus Rabbitohs. I'll see you in the next one.